The Catacombs of Paris are a fascinating and eerie underground ossuary located beneath the city of Paris, France. Here are some key features and historical aspects of this unique site. 1. Historical background. The catacombs were established in the late 18th century as a response to the overflowing cemeteries in Paris, particularly the Cemetery of Innocents. 1. In 1786, officials decided to move the remains of approximately 6 million people to the abandoned limestone quarries beneath the city. 2. Location. The catacombs are located in the 14th arrondissement of Paris, stretching over 200 miles of tunnels, though only a small portion is open to the public. 2. The entrance is at the Place d'Enfant Rochereau. 3. Ossuary. The catacombs serve as an ossuary, containing the bones of millions of Parisians. 3. The remains are arranged in an artistic and organized manner along the walls, with some sections featuring decorative motifs made from skulls and femurs. 4. Artistic display. Many of the bone arrangements are quite striking, with skulls and bones forming patterns and shapes. 4. There are also inscriptions and signs throughout the catacombs that provide historical context and reflections on mortality. 5. Architecture and design. The tunnels were originally created for limestone quarrying, and their structure reflects the architectural techniques of the time. 5. The walls are lined with stone and feature arches, niches, and corridors that create a haunting atmosphere. 6. Cultural significance. The catacombs have become a symbol of Parisian history and culture, attracting visitors interested in the macabre and the history of the city. 6. They also reflect societal attitudes towards death and the afterlife during the period. 7. Tourism. Today, the catacombs are a popular tourist attraction, drawing visitors from around the world. 7. The guided tours provide insights into the history of the site, the lives of the individuals buried there, and the significance of the catacombs in the broader context of Parisian life. 8. Preservation efforts. Over the years, the catacombs have faced issues related to preservation and structural integrity. 8. The Parisian government has implemented measures to ensure the safety of the tunnels and the bones contained within them. 9. Legends and myths. The catacombs are steeped in legends and myths, including tales of ghostly apparitions and secret societies. 9. Some believe that hidden passages and chambers exist within the catacombs, adding to their mysterious allure. 10. Cinematic influence. The catacombs have appeared in various films and literature, often depicted as dark, foreboding spaces that evoke a sense of adventure or horror. 10. This portrayal has contributed to their mystique and popularity in popular culture. Visiting the catacombs of Paris offers a unique glimpse into the city's history and its relationship with death. The experience can be both haunting and thought-provoking, making it a memorable part of exploring Paris. If you would like to know more about specific aspects of the catacombs or tips for visiting, feel free to ask. What are some unusual burial practices from around the world? Burial practices vary widely around the globe, often reflecting cultural, religious, and historical beliefs. Here are some unusual and fascinating burial practices from different cultures. 1. Sky burial, Tibetan Buddhism. In Tibet, sky burials involve placing the deceased on a mountaintop to be consumed by vultures. 1. This practice reflects the belief in the impermanence of life and is seen as a way to return the body to nature and provide nourishment to other living beings. 2. Excarnation. Various cultures, excarnation is the practice of allowing the body to decompose naturally, often in a designated area. 2. This method is practiced by some indigenous cultures in North America and other regions, where the remains are exposed to the elements, allowing nature to take its course. 3. Hanging coffins, Philippines. In the Philippines, particularly among the Igorot people, coffins are hung on cliffs or placed in caves. 3. This practice is meant to honor the deceased and is believed to protect their spirits. 3. The coffins are typically carved from wood and are suspended high above the ground. 4. Famidihana, Madagascar. Famidihana, or the turning of the bones, is a unique practice in Madagascar where families exhume their ancestors' remains, rewrap them in fresh shrouds, and celebrate with music and dance. 4. This ritual is a way to honor and connect with deceased loved ones. 5. Tree burial. Various cultures. In some cultures, the deceased are buried in a way that allows a tree to grow from their remains. 5. This practice is seen in certain indigenous cultures and is intended to symbolize the cycle of life and the connection between humans and nature. 6. Coffin homes, Hong Kong. Due to space constraints in Hong Kong, some individuals may choose to live in coffin homes, which are small, cramped apartments that resemble coffins. 6. These homes are a reflection of the high cost of living and the lack of space in the city. 7. Mummification, Ancient Egypt. The ancient Egyptians practiced mummification to preserve the body for the afterlife. 7. This intricate process involved removing internal organs, drying the body with natron, and wrapping it in linen. 7. Mummies were often placed in elaborate tombs with offerings for the deceased. 8. Burial at sea, various cultures. In many cultures, including naval traditions, burial at sea is practiced. 8. This involves placing the deceased in a weighted shroud and lowering them into the ocean. 8. It is often accompanied by rituals and prayers, reflecting a connection to the sea. 9. Zoroastrian Towers of Silence, India. In Zoroastrianism, the deceased are placed in towers of silence, which are open-air structures where bodies are exposed to scavenging birds. 9. This practice is based on the belief that burial or cremation pollutes the earth and fire. 10. Salt burial, various cultures. In some cultures, such as among certain indigenous groups in the Arctic, the deceased are buried in salt to aid in preservation. 10. This practice reflects a belief in the importance of maintaining the body for the afterlife. These unusual burial practices highlight the diverse ways in which cultures honor the dead and reflect their beliefs about life, death, and the afterlife. Each practice carries deep meaning and significance within its cultural context. If you'd like to explore any specific practice further, just let me know. How do different cultures view the concept of the afterlife? The concept of the afterlife is viewed differently across cultures and religions, shaped by belief systems, historical contexts, and philosophical perspectives. Here are some notable views on the afterlife from various cultures around the world. 1. Christianity. Many Christians believe in an afterlife where individuals are judged by God. 1. Those who have lived according to God's teachings may enter heaven, a place of eternal happiness and communion with God, while those who have rejected God may face eternal punishment in hell. 2. Islam. In Islam, the afterlife is central to the faith. 2. Muslims believe in a day of judgment when individuals will be resurrected and held accountable for their deeds. 2. Based on their actions, they may be rewarded with paradise, Jannah, or punished in hell, Jahannam. 3. Hinduism. Hindus view the afterlife as part of a continuous cycle of birth, death, and rebirth known as samsara. 3. The soul, Atman, is believed to reincarnate based on karma, the sum of a person's actions. 3. Ultimately, the goal is to achieve moksha, or liberation from the cycle of samsara, uniting with the divine. 4. Buddhism. Similar to Hinduism, Buddhism teaches the concept of rebirth, where individuals are reborn based on their karma. 4. However, the ultimate goal in Buddhism is to achieve nirvana, a state of liberation and enlightenment, ending the cycle of suffering and rebirth. 5. Ancient Egyptian beliefs. The ancient Egyptians believed in an elaborate afterlife where the deceased would face judgment by Osiris. 5. Those deemed worthy would enter the field of reeds, a paradise-like existence, while the unworthy would face destruction. 5. Mummification and burial rituals were essential for ensuring a safe passage to the afterlife. 6. Indigenous beliefs. Many indigenous cultures hold unique views on the afterlife that are often closely tied to their land and ancestors. 6. For example, some Native American tribes believe in a spirit world where ancestors reside, and connection to this realm is maintained through rituals and storytelling. 7. Judaism. Jewish beliefs about the afterlife vary widely. 7. Some Jews believe in an afterlife where the righteous are rewarded, while others focus more on living a good life in the present. 7. Concepts such as Gan Eden, the Garden of Eden, and Gehinnom, a place of purification, exist but are not universally emphasized. 8. Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrians believe in an afterlife where the soul is judged immediately after death. 8. Good souls are led to heaven, while evil souls face punishment. 8. The ultimate goal is to achieve union with Ahura Mazda, the supreme deity. 9. Taoism. In Taoism, the afterlife is viewed as a continuation of the journey of the soul. 9. The focus is often on living in harmony with the Tao, the natural order, rather than on specific beliefs about the afterlife. 9. Ancestor worship is also significant, with rituals to honor and connect with deceased family members. 10. Shinto. In Shinto, the indigenous spirituality of Japan, the afterlife is not emphasized in the same way as in other religions. 10. Instead, the focus is on living harmoniously in the present and maintaining a connection with kami, spirits, and ancestors. These diverse views on the afterlife reflect the rich tapestry of human belief and the various ways cultures seek to understand existence, mortality, and the nature of the soul. Each perspective provides valuable insights into the values and priorities of different societies. If you want to delve deeper into any specific belief system or culture, feel free to ask.